rec flex, politics, news, entertainment. Let's get into the little small story right here when it comes out to Wells Fargo. And it seemed to be Wells Fargo are in hot water again. This time about discrimination. Discrimination against blacks and Latino when it comes down to the home buyer. And you said, as I said in the title, Wells Fargo accused of preying on black and Latino home buyer in California. And this is on February 27th. Little story yesterday. Kind of late getting to it. But let's read on. Wells Fargo discriminated against black and Latino home buyer in Sacramento, California by pushing them into more expensive mortgage than a white buyer, according to the federal lawsuit that city former employer. The city Sacramento accused of Wells Fargo of a long-standing pattern and practice, illegal lending in minority and low-income communities that reduced the home value, limited property tax revenue, and drove up foreclosure. Wells Fargo discriminatory lending practice price vulnerable underserved borrower in loans they cannot afford, said the lawsuit, which filed Friday. Let's get down to the bottom of the page. It say the city for anonymous. The city said the city that for anonymous former mortgage employer at Wells Fargo confirmed that the bank intentionally stirred minority between borrower into high cost loan because of their race and ethnicity. Because of their race and ethnicity. That sounds crazy. Black Wells Fargo borrower in Sacramento with credit score above 660 are 2 times more likely to receive high cost and high risk loans that are more compatible to white borrowers. The lawsuit said Latino borrowers were 1.8 times more likely, the suit said. The lawsuit came just a few weeks after the Federal Reserve rocked with Wells Fargo with an unprecedented punishment for widespread consumer abuse, including the infamous fake account scandal. The tough session between Wells Fargo for growing into the fair belief that the bank has cleaned up its act. Okay. Okay. Say fair believe that the bank had cleaned up its act. Sound about right. But they call that a Wells Fargo. I don't put nothing past them. Say the latest black for the Wells Fargo hit close for home. Sacramento is the capital of California. Wells Fargo home state for the past 166 years. Now the city is seeking undisclosed monetary damage, recover significant injury its claim Wells Fargo inflicted. Okay. Wells Fargo said in a statement of Sacramento allegation do not reflect how we operate in the community we serve. That the bank's plans to von what's that? Vega vigorously defend its leading record. Excuse me. And why is this in my way? Didn't I tell y'all to be in my way? What's that? Switch to international. Okay, we deeply value our relationship with Sacramento. The bank said, and are working diligently and consistently with customer credit counselor, nonprofit organization, government agency to expand home ownership across city spectrum. Sacramento, Sacramento is not the first city to point the finger at Wells Fargo. Well, I'm not gonna read out that. I just want to give you this brief. I guess you can catch it on CNN, but I just want to like put this out there because when people think about racism, whenever people think about racism, they just think that it's just the regular guy just walking down the street with a cape, around their face and with a Confederate flag. See, when you think about racism is just like all around. I mean, if you like go out and try to buy a car, try to buy a house, you still gonna be discriminated because the way that they do that is they will up your interest. Then your credit score gonna look different than other people. Because see, one thing about United States is that United States always been, like racial profile against certain people. And mainly I would say, the blacks and Latino. So that's like the main thing people have to understand about racism. When you when you talks about racism, that's dealing with, like corporate America all around. You could be discriminate if a person wanna hire you for that job or not. If they don't like your certain kind of image, then you might not get hired for that job. If you go to a job with dreadlocks, you know, you might not get hired for that job. Cause see, they don't like the image of dreadlocks or like people that wear plaits. So that's like hey, that's what you gotta look at when it comes down to people being racist in this country. And it's gonna be like some way in some fashion you're gonna be discriminated. That's just like with the certain kind of police. They look at certain individual because the color of a person's skin, but they don't look at the person as being, just a regular human being. They look at the person at the color of their skin, and that's the way that United States has always been like that. But anyway, I just want to do this report. Um, I might do a live stream tonight on Donald Trump news, so might do that tonight. But I'm gonna see what can I catch. But anyway, this has been another episode of Red Flex Politics, News, Entertainment, and understand this. When it comes down to people being racist, don't just think about just one particular person being racist because racism is just all around. Like in the corporate America, you go out try to apply for a job. You go into like certain places, people might think that you're gonna steal something. So racism is just like everywhere. It's not just the regular KKK. Some people might say the white supremacy or whatever that is. So it's going to affect you if you are out there trying to buy a house and trying to buy a car. Just take a look at the interest rate and watch how much they're going to charge you. Because see, sometimes that credit doesn't even matter sometimes. It depends on, you know, your background, the color of your skin, whether you black, Latino, uh anything kind of like dark melanated. But sometimes you just hate to put things out like that, but that is the way it is in the country. And that definitely worth having a debate about this. So like later on the date, later on today's to come, I might have debates about that because it's a lot of things that people don't understand, when it comes down to racism. people just think racism has something to do with slaves, but that has something to do with it too. But it's like way, way bigger than that. And when it come down to slave, it wasn't like every black person or it wasn't every Latino was slave because it was only like 20 or maybe like 30% of white people had slave because slave was so expensive back then. But that'll be another topic for a different day. But anyway, this your boy Rex Flex, Politic New Entertainment. So until the next episode, I'm out. Peace, love, and one. Peace.